Hey, what's going on, all you beautiful people out there? Got something long awaited here for you. Got some awesomeness from the guys at Crispy Donut Community. So I did a trade, traded a couple of knives for these. Something I've been wanting for a little while, and was able to finally get them. So we'll crack into them without any further ado here. You'll be able to tell exactly what we've got by the sticker here. We got the Hansons. Got a couple different versions. So these are first runs. I don't know how many runs they've done of them yet, but like I said, I don't know. The guy I traded these for, or traded with, said that they were brand new. So I guess we will find out. But this first one is the black G10 version. So we'll dig it out here and then we'll take a look at both of them at the same time. So, all right, let's get on to the next one here. So again, same story. You got your Hanson sticker, the COA or whatever you want to call it. These actually both say black G10. I'm guessing that is a error, because this one is definitely not the black G10. So I'll have to oh no, it says hardware black. Okay. Yeah, then this is fine. Yeah, so G10 handle, hardware black. So cool. So yeah, so we've got two Hansons, two versions here. I can't recall off the top of my head who the OEM is on these. I want to say they're I want to say it was either Kubi or QSP, one of the two. I can't remember who OEM these for the guys, but so far just right out of the box, ones that I'm feeling here, the good detent. Let's see if I can fail it. So you can fail them if you try. I mean, you have to really try to fail it, but just simple pull, or pull. Let's see if I can push button it. Yeah, so you can push button it. You can light switch it really easily. Thumb action is really good. Let's see if I can. Reverse flick is really good. Let's see if I can middle or index flick it. Probably not. Yeah, there we go. See, this one feels pretty much the same. Detent feels a little weaker on this one. Yeah, it's a little bit weaker. But you can still feel it if you try. But again, any kind of action works real good. Let's try index. Detent's a little weak for me to do the index, but middle finger flick works good. So far I like them. I have noticed a little bit with the, and this is just me, but the jimping here does rub my finger a little bit, but that's just me. I don't mind it. It's just something that I've noticed. Wanted to point out, just in case somebody hasn't messed with one of these, that may have a little more sensitive finger, or not have thicker skin or whatever. But you do catch a little bit of the inside of this jimping. Honestly, it's nothing that couldn't be taken care of. You can just kind of see there. I mean, if you took these scales off and just took a really light piece of sandpaper and sandpapered the inside of those, you'd probably get rid of it. But if you're, like I said, it's not something that's creates a hot spot or anything for me anyway. So far I'm digging them. Like I said, I like the black sprinkles. You can kind of get in and see the texturing there. The sprinkles do add some grip there, which is actually really cool. Deep carry pocket clip, generous lanyard hole. See how it goes in and out. Well, let me get my current knife out of my pocket. So typical with G10, with good grippy G10, it going in the pocket, it has some grip going in the pocket, coming out, it grabs. It's not it's not too tight, not too loose. It's going to have, the G10 gives it plenty of traction. These are a D2 blade. Just for the guys, I'm gonna do a cut test here. There's somebody out there in the world that said that these things aren't sharp. So these are factory edge, and nobody's messed with them. I don't know how many runs they've done, but these are first runs, and I was confident enough to test them without even thinking about it. If I can get the paper cut. So those are push cuts. Those aren't slice cuts. Those are push cuts. So you can say, I usually, again, I don't try not to cuss on my channel, but you're gonna get people that talk out their ass all the time. The knives are sharp. I've never gotten anything from any of the big OEMs, Best Tech, QSP, Kubi. I've never gotten anything from any of those OEMs that was not sharp. And then you take into the fact that you're dealing with a small operation. If you guys don't know Luke or Drew, they it's just stupid for someone to think that they don't quality check their shit. It's a slap in the face, honestly, but like I said, people are going to talk out their ass. Drew and Luke are great dudes. So I know they wouldn't, or they would try their damnedest to keep anything from leaving their warehouse without without quality checking it. And then if you do have a problem with them, I do know for a fact that they will work with you. Just don't be a dick. Those guys don't deserve it. They're awesome people. So that being said, I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up anybody's ass either. If I seen something wrong with them, I would tell you. I really honestly don't see anything wrong with them. G10 is G10. It feels like G10. It's good quality G10. Inset liner lock. It's a good design. The liner has really great access to it. I really don't see any. This one you can see the difference a little bit better. You got amazing liner access. Your centering, you kind of has to be centered. The tolerances on these things are amazing. If they weren't centered, they would be riding. Pocket clips are in good. The filler plates, I talked about this with Vosteed. Filler plates are amazing. Here I'll bring in their collab with Vosteed. Same level of quality, same level of detail. Just as centered. The G10, sitting there holding them side by side. The colorations look almost identical. They look really close on the camera. They're a little off in person. This one's a little bit darker than this one. I actually like the coloration on this one better. It's more of my color blue. But G10 is, hear the grippiness? This is the same feel G10. So we all know how good Vosteeds are. So the quality is there. The quality feels exactly the same. Like I said, the only things I've seen so far that I would say might be something that someone could potentially complain about. It's not something I'm complaining about, but with the jumping back here, someone might think that it's a little too coarse. For me, it locks you in. It gives you good traction there. The jumping on the blade feels good too. It's not too much, not too little. The blade grinds look great. You got your little dual grind here. Get that to focus. And the actual grinds look very clean. You've got a little bit. Actually, no. So you don't. So there you go. So we don't have much of a sharpening choil. You're right there at. Oh, sorry, I'm hitting the camera. So right there at your plunge grind. Your plunge grind terminates right there. So you'll start to get a smile after a sharpening or so. But honestly, who gives a shit? Same thing here. Your grinds look good. Clean grind. So, one thing I will say, I don't know how they're, again, they're brand new, so they've not been broken in. But I would like to see a little more drop shut. But they're smooth as shit, though. Very smooth. Let's see if we can't. So I don't know if I want to tear it all the way apart right here. You know what? Why not? Nah, let's just do the old trick with the pivot. We'll loosen the pivot up. Loosen the pivot a little over halfway. And what that allows is allows it to open up a little bit. And we can get a little bit of go-go juice down in there. And we'll snug that back up. So I like to get it to where it's just snug and then back it off about 1/8 of a turn. There we go. Just needed a little bit of love. Still not quite super drop shut, but it definitely shakes shut now, which I honestly like because it gives me a little more of a tactile feel. Check it. Let's give it just about a little dink. Check for detent lash. No detent lash at all. Detent still feels good. Lock up is solid. No play. And we've got something that will definitely break in. Now, see, again, we've got this one that you won't even, you have to really shake it down to get it to move. So we're going, oh yeah, that detent was tight. So again, I'm gonna back this detent up. I just take my screwdriver. I just kind of pry them apart a little bit, just so I can get some oil actually down in there into the bearings. Close everything back up. Tighten the old detent back in. Well, alright. So tighten this thing back down. So again, I get it to where it's just snug. And just snug and back it off about 1/4. Get that oil worked in there a little bit. Check her. So we still got plenty of And I still got plenty of detent left. Plenty of lockup. So I might be able to get this one really good. Still no shake. Okay, there we go. So now we'll just go. Okay, no lock rock, no detent lash, no side to side, up to down, nothing. Let's see where we're at now. Yeah, there we go. So now we've got one that, again, it just kind of shakes shut. And that will break in from here. Usually I will take and put some, I'll take these things apart. I'll do that later. They'll you go in and clean up the bearings from all the factory gunk and everything, because typically what I'll do with a brand new knife is like I said, just take it apart and clean up the bearings, get rid of any of the factory oil or grease or whatever, because you know they really never use the highest quality stuff. It doesn't matter who it is. But all in all, can't complain. Digging them. Gives me yeah, so just have to push straight out with the reverse flick. Yeah. Got great thumb stud action. This will probably be tightened up just a hair more. Got a good sound to them too. Listen to that. Got a good thwack. He only barely opened them. Alright, well, that's enough random BS for one night. So yeah, they do currently have the premium Hansons going on right now. I know that since the Smoky Mountain Knife Works Fall Festival, that they have started to move those a lot more. So I know they've got a lot less now than what they did then. So make sure you get on there. You know, they only had so many of each. I want to say there was 50 of each they were doing, or it's either 50 or 100 of each, I can't recall, but they only had so many of them left. So if you're wanting a titanium and M390 Hanson, then definitely jump on that. They are putting out some Chicagos here and there, and then I do believe there are a couple of Salvations left, if I'm not mistaken. I think there are very few of those. So jump on there, check them out. Check out their website, guys. It's always linked in the description below. You know, I don't get anything for it. You know, these guys are just good people. Consider them friends and brothers of mine. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Again, as always, please like and subscribe if you can. And then, of course, you know, be kind, be humble, and be EDC. Y'all take care.